Hello and welcome back to another episode of Roblox Stepford County Railway. My name is Wizzy, you can also call me Wizzy, and today, once again, we're driving some more trains on Roblox. Now in last episode, we did do some Connect for the first time in like 4 episodes or 3 episodes. We're going to do some more Connect. I already have everything planned out this episode. We're going to do the 156 double. We have done the 156, but I'm going to do the 156 double because there's one specific route I want to do, and there's only basically one train that can do that route, and that is the 156. So we've already done one direction on that particular route, and I want to do the other one. And that is this one down here, Rayleigh Bay to Westwyvern. But we're going to finish with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with Rayleigh Bay to Llyn-by-the-Sea. Start at the Llyn-by-the-Sea end, so Northshore Depot. And of course we've got to wait. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this route. Llyn-by-the-Sea to Rayleigh Bay. Followed by Rayleigh Bay to Leighton West, back to Rayleigh Bay, and then Rayleigh Bay to Westwyvern to finish out the video. So that is the plan. Open up chat. Looked like that was an express train that had just pulled out in front of us, so we should only be delayed coming out of the depot here. Now, it's actually been a moment since I've last played Stepford County Railway, because there's another train game on Roblox here that I've been playing a bit lately, and that is British Railways. And part of the reason why I decided to start playing that one is because, I mean, I know I've mentioned it before, but with this game in particular, I have nothing else to buy. So I have all the routes, I have all the trains, and I have 34,000 points that I cannot use on anything. So at least until Metro comes out, which still have no idea on that. So anyways, I decided to start playing British Railways. So I can unlock everything in that game. Plus, it's something different too, so. But looking at the times of these routes, I figured we're gonna be pretty close to an hour with all of these routes. Given that we don't really run into any major delays. And so what I did was, this was actually the least busy server that they had, which was actually quite busy still as well. I mean, if we scroll through the list here, still quite a few people here. A lot of guests, which in a way is good, because I know, as I've mentioned before, most of the guests that play these, I mean, yes, I'm a guest, but I feel like I'm kind of an exception to the rule. But most guests, not all, but most, are gonna be new, so basically they're not gonna have these routes. So meaning we shouldn't run into too much traffic this way. Hopefully. Knock on wood. Every time I say that, I'd say knock on wood, I knock on my head as a joke. Now I know it's been a couple weeks since I have last done a Roblox Stepford County Railway video, and I do apologize for that. Just didn't really feel up to recording this the last couple weeks. Or didn't really have a chance to. I think it was more so I didn't really feel up to recording him.
This is Llyn-by-the-Sea. This train terminates here. All change routes. Thank you for travelling with us today.
Okay, and we'll do the next leg.
The train now standing at platform 11 is the 1924 Stepford Connect service to Rayleigh Bay. Calling at Northshore, Starry Lock, Westwyvern, Millcastle.
Yeah, today is kind of a lazy day in a way as well, because as of right now, I mean, really not too bad actually. I don't think we're going to get as much as they were saying, although looking at the radar, we're almost on the mixed snow line. So yeah, we're getting a snowstorm today. Supposed to get a really big one this weekend, which sucks, on Sunday. And as of right now, for Sunday, this is what, I don't think they have any winter weather advisories for that yet. But as of right now, if I look at the dailies on the Weather Channel app, for Saturday night, it shows snow accumulations less than 1 inch. Sunday, for the day, snow accumulating 8 to 12 inches. And Sunday night, 5 to 8 inches of snow expected. And Monday it's supposed to be windy. Winds could occasionally gust over 40. So, and it's kind of like this storm today. It's like basically they were saying 3 to 5 inches for today's storm. I think we got maybe 1 inch so far, maybe 2. And it's supposed to end around 5. But and yeah, tomorrow winds could occasionally gust over 40 as well. So get snow and then winds the day after, both times. So yay. Not only that, but the way like winter decided to finally show up for once. And we haven't been able to go 4 days basically without it snowing. Like we'd get snow, then next 3 or 4 days we'd get some more snow, then next 3 or 4 days we'll get some more, and yeah. Like January was good. We were actually below average on our snowfall totals, which I don't mind. But February we're probably going to be well above. Like probably as of Monday, I'm guessing, if we do get as much snow as they're expecting us to get, we could have a total of like 2 feet of snow on the ground, which is absolutely disgusting. I know normal winters, that's about like what we normally get, but I don't like winter, so if I could move, I absolutely would move.
Westwyvern, Millcastle Racecourse, Wester Coast.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love where I live, but
Carnally Broach and Rayleigh Bay. This train is formed of 4 coaches.
although I guess the one upside though is
Rayleigh Bay.
no bugs, so
The next station is Starry Lock.
you know, I don't think we've had this song play for quite a while now. Unless we did and I just never realize that we had it playing. So yeah, yesterday was the first day where the sun, here where I live, is setting after 5.
Rayleigh Bay.
So that's exciting.
Starry Knoll. Will shortly be arriving.
So what I may end up doing at some point, possibly, is starting or switching over from, or for the video series, from Stepford County Railway to British Railway.
Rayleigh Bay. This train is formed of 4 coaches.
I could showcase that game a bit.
This train is called Rayleigh Bay.
Of course, we still got a lot left to complete for this one. But we're getting there. Might take like 50 episodes to complete everything on here, but
Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Rayleigh Bay. The next station is
let's take a look. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 connect routes that we haven't done at all after this episode. 4 express routes we haven't done at all, and that's it. Then we have 21 connect routes where we have 1 direction left to go. Nine express routes that we have 1 direction to go in,
will shortly be arriving.
and 2 airlink routes that we have 1 direction to go in.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
30. Stepford Connect. Service to Rayleigh Bay. Calling at Millcastle. Millcastle Racecourse.
And then, of course, the trains.
Faymere. Edgemead. Aslockby. Parnelly Bridge. And Rayleigh Bay. This
And of course, that's
platform of 4
considering,
coaches.
all considering after this episode as well.
Platform 2 for the 1931 Stepford Express. Service to Stepford Central.
Like every service or operator, we do have trains that we haven't done.
Leighton City.
Most of them are variants of trains that we've already done. Like this train,
Stepford Central.
we already did the 156, which is the 2-car variant, and this is the 4-car variant.
Is located at the rear of the train.
And Waterline is basically the only one that we are just about finished with. We have, like I said, all the routes complete, both directions, and there's only 4 trains that we have not done, and that's it. And they're all variants of trains that we've already done. So, for example, we got the 143 double that we still have left to do.
Rayleigh Bay.
We've already done the one which is obviously a 4-car variant of the 143, which is a 2-car variant. We have the 165 double, which is a 4-car variant of the 165, which is a 2-car variant that we've already done. And the 166, which is basically the same train but 3-car variant. And then the 195/1, which is a 3-car variant of the 195/0 that we've already done, which is a 2-car variant. But yeah, that's it for Waterline. So that is basically done. Like I said, Airlink we're pretty much done. We just have trains that we haven't done. Some of those are trains that we haven't done at all, such as the 802 and 755. But once again, like I said, Connect, we have the most trains and most routes. So yeah, which makes sense that that's the most we have remaining. So majority of these videos will be mostly focusing on Connect.
Shortly be arriving at Mill Castle
So, which, mentioning that,
and the platform.
we will be doing Connect probably the next video and possibly even the video after. And then we might go back to
Western
Express.
Amy, Edgemead, Aslockby, Carnalee Bridge, and Rayleigh Bay. This train is formed of 4 coaches.
Stop. Now, of course, having a guard guarding us, that will slow us down slightly as well. Of course, being a connector too, that's going to be a bit slower. So, more than likely, it will be a bit longer of a video, longer than an hour, which is fine. Do a short 3rd mile trip to the next station.
Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Rayleigh Bay.
I'm not gonna go any faster than this.
Mill Castle Racecourse. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Edgemead, Aslockby, Carnalee Bridge, and Rayleigh Bay. This train is formed of 4 coaches.
So yeah, one thing I just recently did on my Discord server, which of course I always have a link to that in the description below. One thing I just did on there was I made I had the channel created for a little bit now, but I didn't do anything with it. But I finally did, and it's basically
Rayleigh Bay.
to showcase all my previous video series or playlists that I've done on YouTube here. Basically, the top being the most recent one that I finished, to the bottom one being the oldest one. And
The train
I've done a lot of video series, which makes sense
Stop here. Please stand
considering
by
that
the platform.
my oldest videos are from like 8 years ago. Which is absolutely wild to think about.
Welcome on board this
I've been doing
service
YouTube
to Rayleigh Bay.
for so long.
The next station is Westwyvern. Dear Riley, Westwyvern. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Rayleigh, Edgemead, Adlockby, Carnally Bridge, and Rayleigh Bay. This train is formed of 4 coaches.
Of course, over that 8-year, or those 8 years of me doing YouTube, I feel like I've gotten quite a bit better, obviously. I mean, I've only posted, let me see.
Rayleigh Bay. Next station
I mean, I've only posted 808 videos over those 8 years, so 100 videos a year, basically. Or, well, 101 videos a year, so... which is every 3 to 4 days, which
welcome on board.
checks out, because as of right now I have 2 videos, or video series that I do. Minecraft Mondays and Roblox Stepford County Railway on Thursdays. And that's 3 days in between, but from the Minecraft Monday to this series, and 4 days from this series to the Minecraft Mondays, so yeah. Of course, there was a while where I didn't do, or a couple times where I didn't do any videos for a while. And there were some times where I did multiple videos over a week. Like 3 or 4 videos a week. But I feel like right now the 2 videos a week are fine. They work, so...
The train and the platform.
Calling at Edgemead, Adlockby, Carnally Bridge, and Rayleigh Bay. This train is formed of 4 coaches.
I'm gonna overshoot the sign. Am I gonna overshoot the signal? Yep.
This is Famine. This train is for Rayleigh Bay. The next station is Edgemead.
Yeah, I think he knew I overshot the signal. Sounds like he might be doing express pretty soon anyways. It looks like he did just leave now, so that's fine.
Welcome on board the Stepford Connect service to Rayleigh Bay.
You know, we're actually not too far behind. Now, having played both games, this one and British Railways, of course there are things I like about both, and
For services to
there are things I wish that each one had.
please mind the gap.
Like, I like this one because, one, you have a lot more variety with the routes and the trains that you can drive. Whereas with British Railways,
Edgemead.
the maps, I mean, it's a fairly good sized map too, but they don't have as many,
As Lockby.
you know, I don't know, maybe it's comparable, in a way. But in a way, this one does kind of have more routes that you can do. It feels like. Of course, like I said, this one definitely has more trains. The other one, though, you can basically
Come on board this Stepford County
set up your trains. Well, not exactly however you want to. Like, there are certain restrictions to setting up your trains, but basically, you could link up, for example, class 142 to a class 170, for example, or pair up it with a
shortly be arriving.
153 as well.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Calling at Carnalee Bridge and Rayleigh Bay. This train is formed of 4 coaches.
Now, one thing I do like about this one, well, the maps themselves, like, overshot the platform a bit. Like, basically, if you press M on both games, this is what pops up for the map here.
This train is formed
But the map on the other game is like a aerial, like satellite view almost sort of thing, and it shows the status of all the signals basically. It shows where all the trains are, where everybody is, which is kind of nice. But I do, in a way, kind of wish they had like this style map as well. Because I do like both style maps. Because this one you can actually see like how the routes are set up, where they go and everything like that. Whereas with the other map, it's a little bit harder to tell. Now, of course, both games have this timetable thing. But this one you have to kind of like, I mean, you can, yes, you can drag that one around. And I think you can resize it too.
and the platform.
Rayleigh Bay only.
And we're gonna overshoot this
train is
platform.
formed of 4 coaches.
Are we? Slightly.
This is Carnalee Bridge. This train
So,
Rayleigh Bay
yeah, and
is Rayleigh Bay.
the leaderboards here are a little bit different. Like basically, you'd have a button up here where you can like click on the leaderboards, and it won't look like this. It'll look, like I said, different. And you could click on a person's name to basically see what train they're driving, what route they're doing, or where they're going. Oh yeah, basically what route they're doing to where, or the destination that they're going. What their next stop is, what their train is set up.
Rayleigh
Where
Bay.
is it? Does it show that one?
The next
But I know on the map you can actually like hover over them and it will show information about them too, which is kind of cool.
will shortly be arriving at.
Let me see. So,
Please mind the gap.
of course, the points, the way the points are done are a bit different.
This train terminates. All change, please.
You do get deducted points for spatting. You get deducted basically 3 points each time you spad. You get deducted points for speeding. Like basically, you have a chance to be able to bring your speed down, but if you don't bring your speed down, there's like a little timer bar that runs down up top, and if that runs out or down, then you lose a point each time that runs down, and it will just continuously come down, or unless you go like basically 5 miles per hour over the speed limit. Now the throttle of the trains are a lot different, or the controlling systems of the trains are a lot different. This one, like someone said in the other game, this one is kind of more like a cruise control sort of
Thank you for travelling with us today.
sort of system where you basically set your throttle to a certain point on the speedometer here, and the train will just go that speed. Whereas the other one, so we're going to do Leighton West now. The other one is a lot more like Train Sim World, or Train Sim, where some trains you actually have the combined throttle brake handle, so it's just the one handle for that. And some of the trains you have both separate throttle and brake handle, but you can change that in the settings to make it so it's more simplified, so it's just like the same throttle system as the other ones, or combination.
Come on board.
They do have an emergency brake button, or whatever, emergency brake.
We will be calling
Let's see.
as Lockby, Edgemead, and Leighton West. The next station is
Oh yeah, so basically like you have like the throttles here and stuff like that. On this one you can't do anything with that, or the buttons don't work. The other one, the buttons actually do work. You can actually like change the throttle and everything here, or press the buttons to open the doors and stuff like that. Some trains that they have, not many, but they do have a couple trains that have pantographs, and you do actually have to raise them. I mean, here they have the button for it, but it doesn't do anything.
please mind the gap
Um,
between the train and the platform.
You can actually turn the lights on and off on the train, or the interior lights on and off. They have the high and low horn that you can do. So whereas here it's just you press H for the horn and that's it. Whereas you could press H for the high and B for the low. Or you can do the little handle for it. Slightly overshot again. Other settings that you can do, which is pretty cool, is you can actually customize the
Station is as Lockby.
weather or the time of day yourself for your experience. So you could have it so it's like this, where it's a dynamic day cycle which follows real life time. Or you could choose to have it set to whatever time of day you want it to. You could have dynamic weather, or you could change the weather to whatever you want it to. Like you could have it set to overcast, you could have it set to rain, clear, fog, or you can have fog and stuff like that as well.
Leighton West.
So that's kind of nice. Whereas this, it's always just based on whatever time it is. And the other game, British Railways, one thing that's kind of a plus for that too, is they actually do have AI passengers.
Shortly be arriving
So there'll be
as Lockby.
computer passengers on the platforms or whatever, and some of them will get on your, actually walk over to your train, get on the train, and sit down, which is pretty cool. There's, of course, this one doesn't have any of that. Of course, this one is basically group related. So basically, in order to do these other stuff in this game, like dispatching, guarding, or signaling, you either have to have... I will shut the platform again. Not doing very good with this time.
As
you have to be in the group and you have to actually do trainings and stuff to be able to rank up to like guard or signalers or whatever. The other one, they don't have signalers, but they do have guards, no dispatchers. So basically, if you could, I mean, there's an option to basically make it so either no one can guard you, only friends can guard you, or everybody can guard you. So if you wanted to guard, anybody could guard. You don't have to be part of a group or anything to do that. And that one. And when you're guarding as well, it's not just the whistling, opening, closing the doors. You can actually go through the train and check tickets of those AI passengers, which is pretty cool. I know there's a lot more pros to British Railways than there are to Stepford County Railway, as I'm mentioning all this, but trying to think what else. Can't really think of much else right now.
Your attention, please.
So like I said, both games have their strengths. They both have their weaknesses.
Stepford Central has been cancelled.
This train
This is due to
Leighton
a member of the train crew being unavailable.
station is Leighton West.
The other one almost in a way does seem more polished than this one in a way. Well, in some sense it does, in some sense it doesn't. I think this game's been out a lot longer than British Railway has.
Welcome on board this
So yeah, like I said, I may at some point
next station is Leighton West.
do that for the Roblox series. Which, speaking of which, I may as well actually create a playlist just for the Roblox videos. Of course, basically right now it's all going to be just the Stepford County Railway series. But if I do, like I said, get doing the British Railways, then yeah. What I almost could do, maybe I will do it, is because I kind of did it with the briefly with the Super Mario Party Saturday series, alternate between the two. So like I could do like this week, obviously we're doing Stepford County Railway, and next week we could do British Railways. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Whether I should do that or just focus on this one for now. And then at some point in the future, probably a distant future, I switch from this game to the other one. I almost think it'd be easier to alternate. Because like I said, with this one, even though there are set routes that we haven't done, we've stopped at every single station in this game. A lot of the routes overlap each other.
Leighton West. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. This train terminates here. All change, please.
So let me switch over to OBS. We're at 40 minutes right now. So as of right now, based on the time and everything, I'm looking at least an hour 10 for this video. And I kind of want to still do Westwyvern from Rayleigh Bay. Considering I had picked this train specifically to do that route. So we're going to do next leg.
Train now standing at platform 1 is the 1955 Stepford Connect service to Rayleigh Bay. Calling at Edgemead.
And if I just finished at Rayleigh Bay with this route, then we'll be at like 50 minutes. So.
Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Rayleigh Bay. We will be calling at Edgemead, Aslockby, Harnley Bridge, and Rayleigh Bay. The next station is Edgemead.
Just doing some minor formatting of my spreadsheet here. Got most of it formatted already. The horn sounds so quiet on here. Of course, I do have the sounds kind of down on this game too. It's like that's loud, but the horn itself is like quiet. Okay, it didn't look like it cut anybody off, so that's good. So yeah, going back to talking about my channel being 8 years old, basically. It's just wild, like I said, to think about that. Because I remember doing the very first video. Like, it literally took... I was so nervous. It took me like 30 minutes to even press the record button. I mean, you might be able to, obviously, like I said, tell the difference, even just the way I sound from then to now. Yeah, I think what it was, I did like one Minecraft video first. And then it was actually quite a while after that. And then I did strictly GeoGuessr for quite a while. So I kind of started out as basically a GeoGuessr channel. and then I think I started my Throwback Thursday series.
This train is for Rayleigh Bay. The next station is Lockby.
Now there are some videos I do have basically unlisted or privated,
58, Stepford Connect, service
but
to
most of them
Llyn-by-the-Sea.
are public.
Family,
And really only a couple of them are privated
Westwyvern, Starry Lock,
because I was kind of doing like a, not really a tutorial, but kind of helping a buddy out with
Connect service
some stuff with like
Rayleigh Bay.
Grand Theft Auto.
Station is Lockby.
So yeah, my very first video was actually private.
Will shortly be
And that was actually posted on March 12th, 2016.
the gap between
It
the
was just basically a 53-second test video that I did. Then the first video I did was a Minecraft escape room puzzle map,
This train is formed of 4 coaches.
which was February 5th, 2017. And then I did I have another one March 7th, 2017, which is a sound test video, which is like 8 seconds. That one's private. And that same day is when I did my first GeoGuessr video. So it was basically 1 month and 2 days from the first video to the second video. And then from the second video to the third video, it was 2 days. March 7th, March 9th, March 14th, March 16th. So I was doing basically that regular. And then I did April 3rd, 2017 was when I started a survival series. And then April 6th, 2017, I started the Throwback Thursday. So basically I had those 3 series going on: GeoGuessr, Minecraft, and Throwback Thursday.
will shortly be
Now let's try not to overshoot this platform this time.
between the train and the platform.
No, that's better. Still kind of short of the sign, but that's fine.
Llyn-by-the-Sea Bridge. This train is for Rayleigh Bay. The next station is Rayleigh Bay.
Yeah, one difference I just got thinking of between Stepford County Railway and British Railway is the server sizes. The maximum server size of Stepford County Railway is 75. The maximum for British Railways is 30. And
Come on board.
even kind of between like a full server
Rayleigh
of
Bay.
British Railways
The next
and like a
station is
half full
Rayleigh
server of
Bay.
this one, chat is a lot more active in this one than British Railways.
Shortly be arriving.
Oh, and speaking of chat, that's another difference too between British Railways and Stepford County Railways. This one has events that happen. British Railways does not. how long these platforms are. It seems like they're going so slow, going 15, pulling into the station. And that's another difference too, is if you eat the buffer here, you'll despawn.
Rayleigh Bay.
If you eat the buffer in British Railways, it'll just stop you.
The train now approaching platform 2 terminates here. This train is the service from Llyn-by-the-Sea.
Okay, so we're going to change route to Westwyvern, which will be the final route this episode. Now we have, like I said, done this route before, but it was Westwyvern to Rayleigh Bay. So now we'll have completed both directions.
Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Westwyvern.
There.
Carnage
My spreadsheet is all done, or it's been all updated rather.
Newcastle Racecourse, Newcastle, and Westwyvern. The next station is Carnally Bridge. We will shortly be arriving at Carnally Bridge. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Yeah, one other thing with British Railways too, I just got thinking of, because someone was mentioning about the waterline livery on the 379 there, is you can purchase different liveries for each train as well in British Railways.
This is Carnally Bridge. This train is for
Yeah, the routes on that one, it took me maybe 1, possibly 2 days to buy all the routes. And like the most expensive train they have on there is the Class 800, and it has different variants too, like the 802, 803, and I think the 805. I think those are the three it has. And
the Connect service to
which is 4,000 points,
the next station is
which I think is basically the same as what you have here. But the points are, like I said, are a lot easier to get in British Railways. You can get, depending on the route you're doing, you can get like between 300 and 500 points for a single direction
shortly be
on a single route.
as Lockby. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
And it's actually coins, not points on that one, but still. Of course, you can purchase coins too, but
This train is formed of 4 coaches.
don't really need to. It's like this one. I've played this one so long. I never bought any points or anything.
This train is
And I feel like my XP kind of shows that too. I've played this game so much. And I've never joined the group on this account. Never will at this point. I do have an alternate account that I am part of the group, but I'm not gonna worry about like ranking up or anything like that. And of course, in that account, I am still working to buy everything.
Welcome on board this Stepford.
Because I figured it'd be fun to kind of start over with a new account too.
The next station is Edgemead. Will shortly be arriving at Edgemead. Change here for services to Leighton City, Leighton West, and Llyn-by-the-Sea. Find the gap between the train and the platform.
So, sorry for the lack of commentary right now. I know I say that, I think, like, literally every video I do at this point. But once again, really not much to say at this point either. And once again, I know I say this almost every video as well. It's not like really anybody's gonna be watching to this point anyways, so... Although, honestly, I've been surprised about how many views my Minecraft videos have gotten lately. Although my most recent one, on Monday, doesn't have a ton of views. Well, it's got 12. It's starting to pop off a little bit, but the watch time really isn't. One from last Monday has 54 views. And I know... that actually does have a little bit of watch time, which I like, or I'm happy about. Because yes, I could have all the views in the world, but if my watch time is not there with it, then, I mean, it's like, okay, why even bother watching or clicking on the video if you're not gonna really watch it? I guess. I don't know, but...
This train is formed of 4 coaches. Your attention, please. B2021 Stepford Connect Service to Stepford Central has been cancelled. This is due to a member of the train crew being unavailable.
So after this stop, we got 4 more stops left. Yep.
Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Westwyvern. The next station is Westercoast.
So yeah, as of, or most of you probably don't know, but if you do, I bowl on 2 leagues every week. And well, there's one person that bowls on some of these leagues, and she was doing the cities tournament this weekend, and she ended up bowling 300, which was basically the first time a female bowler has bowled a 300 in this house, or bowling alley, in over a decade, which is awesome.
Millcastle Racecourse, Millcastle, and Westwyvern. This train is formed of 4 coaches.
Still gonna be probably a bit before I get to that point if I to bowl a 300. I'm hoping I'll bowl one someday, but I may not always be able to. Well, always be able to. No, I'll always have that opportunity to. It's just a matter of if I will. That's the question. Because in bowling, it takes a lot of consistency.
Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service.
Although, lately, the last few weeks, I've gotten a lot better with that. Last week, I bowled a 226 my second game. Basically going into, what was it, like the 9th frame? I was basically 2 pins from a perfect game at that point,
Please mind the gap between the train
I
and the
believe.
platform.
Let me see.
Westwyvern. Calling at Millcastle and Westwyvern. This train is formed of 4 coaches. The train now approaching platform 2 does not stop
So
here.
last
Please
week,
stand back from the
so
platform edge.
that day,
This train is called Westwyvern. The next station is Millcastle.
no, it was a 246. So, yeah, even starting in the 10th frame, beginning of the 10th frame, I was 2 pins from a perfect game at that point. I had a strike to start with, a 9 spare, strike, strike, strike for a turkey, 9 spare. Then I struck in the 7th, 8th, 9th, and started the 10th with a strike,
Shortly be arriving.
and finished with an 8-1.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Calling out
So I had 8 strikes out of a possible 12 strikes for a
This
game.
train is formed of 4 coaches. The train now approaching platform 2 does not stop here.
And I bowled last night. And my first game was a 196. And just to put this into perspective, I mean, my average is definitely climbing. But as of right now, my average is 159. Last season, my average basically topped out about 162, 163. So yeah, my first game last night, I started with a strike. Had a 7-1,
Welcome on
strike, strike, strike for a turkey.
service to
I mean, that sounds familiar, kind of, in a way.
the next
7-2,
Westwyvern.
strike, strike, 8 spare, 9 spare, 8 for 196. And my overall high game, so the 246 last week was my 3rd highest game I've ever bowled. Last season, I set a new high twice in like 2 weeks or something like that, which was kind of crazy. My previous high before that was like a, I don't really remember, but I had set it with a 248, and then I had set it again with a 258. So as of right now, my highest game I've ever bowled was a 258. My highest series I've ever bowled is a 621. I've broken 600 twice. Last week, when I had that 246, let me see, what did I have for a series? I know it was pretty high. Like last night I had a 541 series. And with my average, basically my average for a series would be like a 477 based on my 159 average. But we may not be able to get to that point looking at... I think I had like a 580 or something like that. Close to that anyways, last week. But like I said, won't really be able to get to that point here because we are getting to the end of the video, so... We're at an hour 6 minutes, so... Be a little bit below, oops, shoot, I'm gonna eat the buffer. You know what, that's fine. It's fine. Braking system on this game is just awful. It's like you try and creep up a little bit and your train speeds up so much that you can't slow down in time to basically stop. So, oh well. So we're gonna hang out here for a bit. You know, I might have time really quick to look at what my series was last week. Let's see. So 171, 246, 172. Yeah, 589 series. So I was 11 pins from another 600. Which, like I said, I've only had 2 of so far, so I'm getting there. But yeah, anyways, so bowling. Bowling is fun. But anyways, let me see if I can get to the center here. I may not be able to. You know what, that's fine. We'll just chill out here, I guess. So once again, if you guys... Let me know what you guys think about me alternating between this series or this game and British Railways every other week. But anyways, that is just about going to do it for this video though, so hopefully you've all enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you leave a thumbs up, and of course I'll see you in the next video. Bye!